Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to EGL 2015 in Blackpool, once again in the Norbreck Castle, the 6th time we have had an EGL event here, and what a place, the unofficial home of European competitive gaming, that's what we like to call it.
Well, yeah, so I hear. I mean, I've only been here twice now, and it's been different, to say the least.
Oh yeah, but a brilliant display. I think I love what they've done this time. It's been condensed. It's it's a lot more homely, I would say. Usually it's quite dispersed, so great to see. And already some great games taking place so far. I was just watching the actual Barrage and Riot game that was taking place.
It was an extremely good game.
Yeah, sorry, it was Riot and
Barrage Youth.
Barrage Youth, that was it. To be more specific, let's just clarify that, because they actually came in unseeded as well due to late submission. So that was currently taking place over there. I don't know what the final score was, but on stage now we are going to be seeing Nexium going up against Vendetta Nation. So Nexium, they do have the higher seed here. Nexium coming in with the it was the 18th seed, I believe, going up against 43rd seed Vendetta Nation.
I thought it might have been 10th.
Oh, 10th seed. I can verify this.
This is just going off of what Rez said, but nobody ever believes what he says anyway. So.
Do you know what? It's actually 11th seed.
Oh,
so
he was not far off there.
Rez, you were closer than me, but yeah, you can see Nexium on the screen now. They're closest to the camera, so all just preparing. We have Rez, L, Golly, and Cambo. Rez, L, and Cambo actually teaming together for an extended period of time. Now with Golly actually completing that lineup. And Rez is already singing his praises. But yeah, they are kind of the favourites going into this, I would say, against Vendetta Nation, who are their opponents. It's Rifle War, Unks, Hectics, and Husey. And, you know, they're coming into this, they're not expecting the highest placement when we were talking to them before, but certainly wanting to do some damage and certainly capable of doing so as well.
Oh, without a doubt. The one player you've got to watch out for here is Rifle. I've seen him play online quite a few times, and this guy knows his way around the slaying. He can kill anything in any given point. So watch out for him to be able to, like, you know, just clear out everything impossible. Yeah.
So it's going to be great to see. We actually had Rez up on the analyst desk before and got his thoughts. He's very confident going into this event, and you know, there's a lot of really tough competition here as well. We've kind of discussed the favourites. I think a lot of people are tipping in Fuse to maybe take this. Barrage there also one of the favourites as well. But
you can't count them out.
It's a really open tournament. You know, we were saying before as well. XL, a lot of support getting behind those guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of support around them. I mean, they're all great people within the organisation themselves, so of course they're going to build up a lot of support very quickly, especially their online performances as well. Very good.
Yep.
And, you know, their LAN experience as well is now their first year, you know, in a LAN, and they've done extremely well for themselves.
Now, the last time I actually casted over Nexium, it was at DreamHack London 2015. They did place actually last. There was only 6 teams that attended. However, the caliber of the teams that were in attendance was extremely strong. And whilst, you know, the actual final score lines in terms of round wins were heavily against them, they put up some really strong fights. So we've seen what they're capable of doing. They really held their own against some of the best in Europe. And you know what? I can't see anything but a 3-0 victory for them here.
See, I'm going to have to go with 3-1. I don't think their Search and Destroy game is going to be enough to really see it through. I do think Vendetta are going to take it.
Well, I mean, Vendetta Nation, it's the first LAN for half of the team.
Yes,
so this is the first time they're coming into this fresh. There is a little bit of experience on that team, but when you compare it against the likes of Nexium, and to highlight more so Cambo and Rez, they've actually competed many, many times at events now. Always consistently plays quite well, never really pushing into the, you know, the very, very top rankings, but always, you know, dealing some damage.
Yeah, they are, you know, they've seen play against some top level players, and they've put in very good performances. They're going to need something in this event now to really push themselves to that next level.
Yeah, and you know, big things to come next year as well. A lot of teams trying to solidify this over 18 roster, and very exciting times. But this is going to be the final Advanced Warfare competitive event. A lot of teams wanting to take that top spot and finish off on a high, and it will certainly drive them and increase the motivation to compete further. You can see actually the maps that are going to be played here. Solar Hardpoint to kick things off. So of course sticking to the Hardpoint Search and Destroy uplink, Hardpoint Search and Destroy rotation. But Solar as a map, I mean, it's, you know, it's been consistent throughout this event. They're playing the same maps to keep things fair and square. And if there was any map that I would say Nexium are going to excel on, it would be Solar.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. You can just already see it, what's going to happen down. It's going to be absolute manic in the middle, but they're going to come away with it. I can see that one easily. But as I said, I see Vendetta taking Riot, Search and Destroy, and then it's just going to go straight away back to Nexium with them taking the uplink and the hard point.
So You're saying Search and Destroy is going to be the downfall of Nexium, maybe? You think that's going to be
one map? There's only one.
The one map they're going to. Okay, well that's quite interesting. You know, completely agree with you in terms of the hard points. I think that's really where Nexium are going to push forward. In terms of slaying ability, for me it's L and Rez that actually stand out on Nexium. They're probably the two strongest slayers. Cambo though is such an important person within this team. Without him, it wouldn't be the same. They won't be able to make the big pushes that they're doing. And of course, Golly's kind of joining this lineup now. He's been picked up for them, and I think it's a really solid team. I think they've got a good shot at doing well here.
Yeah, well, only time will tell. But as I said, I don't see them pushing into the single-digit placements. I see them possibly getting into the top 12.
Maybe.
This is as far as I really see it going, especially with the caliber of players and teams that we've got here this weekend.
Well, they have got that relatively good seed, as we say, so that's certainly something to bear in mind. Speaking with Husey, actually, before this event, one thing that he said his team likes to do quite often is act on counter. So they're going to, rather than make the initial push into these hardpoint areas, this will probably be more evident on uplink games, actually, but they're going to actually lure the opponents in, try and pick up the kills, and then make the heavy push. So it's kind of this passive play, but when they see any opportunity to flood in, that's what you're going to take. So expect slow play from them. On the flip side, Nexium, I just think it's going to be an all-out massacre. They're going to throw everything they've got right away, rely on the gun skill. That's how it's going to be played out.
Well, they've got enough gun skill within the squad to be able to do that. I mean, you can already see them going to be quite reckless with their plays, but I mean, it's going to work out for them quite well within the hard point. And as I said, I'm not so sure about the Search and Destroy.
In terms of length teaming together, Vendetta Nation team for only about 2 or 3 weeks. Hectics is actually an incredibly recent pickup as well. So in terms of team chemistry, maybe not all there. However, you know, we've talked about the pros and cons of this. Sometimes teams that just turn up and throw themselves together, they don't feel that pressure of, you know, we've teamed for so long, we have to be good, we've got to be good. Throwing themselves together, they're going to be very laid back, and maybe nerves will be alleviated as a result of that. They're not applying too much pressure, and I think Vendetta Nation, they said that they'd be happy with a mid-table finish at the end of this event, so I think they've got that kind of relaxed approach to this game that's going to benefit them, and the pressure really is on for Nexium, if anything, because a lot of people would expect them to clean the floor.
Well, wipe the floor. You would, really, but as you said, it can go either way. I mean, look, you can see them already getting warmed up right there. Cambo's, look at that face, he's so serious right now. He's in that zone. Yeah. He's ready to go. I mean, just can't see Rez just there, but I can imagine him just joking around already. It was
interesting, actually, speaking to Husey. It seems quite a generic thing to say, but one thing that he actually highlighted is that any one of the players on the team can just go off at any time. When they've been practicing online and playing against some really strong opponents, you know, they'll all perform consistently, but one of them will really stand out. One of them's going to stand out strong. And we're going to see who that's going to be. You know, it's time for Be a Hero. As we say, 2 of these players, it's the first event that they've actually competed at. I know they're going to be hungry to impress. But yeah, it's going to be really good to see, Stoltz.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely good to see. I genuinely cannot wait to see how these two teams come up against each other.
All right, well, what we are going to do, we are going to go to a very quick commercial break. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with Nexium against Vendetta Nation.